roll call.
Tom,
Present.
Jeff,
Present.
Bill,
Present.
Wes is absent, Eric,
Yeah.
Randy's absent, Hunter,
Yep. Does the council have a chance to review the minutes?
We did. I did. Yep.
Entertain a motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Council have a chance to review the claims.
Yep.
Someone want to make a motion on that?
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright. No one this year, we have to adopt that into, or do we just sign it?
you approval, yeah.
We don't
That's
need to-
October
we don't need
and
to make a
November.
motion, just approve.
We're just signing the book for one of the claims.
We do that after the meeting.
You done now?
Excuse me. Council approve bank reconciliation statements and all this right here in this book. There's a chance at the end we'll sign it, we can hold the meeting for that, so.
I'll make a motion to sign, I've already looked at it.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Alright, let's get into the meeting. Old business, Cheeseman property, letter to sign that was prepared.
Right here.
Council had a chance to review it?
No.
Like for a sign?
Anybody hear anything back from?
Not that I'm aware of.
That's why we're going this way.
Any questions about the Cheeseman property while they're reviewing the document?
The,
Still, go ahead, Eric.
one thing I wanted to say is the fact that was down, and then the other whole house, the Cheeseman was down, plus with, what Josh Venus has done with the old IGA and big homemakers and everything, just the whole stretch down through there is really a big whole group effort that was a
That's
lot
much
better.
appreciated.
It
As a citizen, really appreciate
Well,
that.
that's on you guys too, you're doing your part cleaning up too, so.
We're just up here trying to
I
make.
can't
the best
believe the
decisions
difference
we
down
can.
there where they took that out down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad they bought into that and decided to do something with it. Back to the Cheeseman portion of it though, that's been down for over a year and failed to move on, signed order to them to do something with it, so unfortunately, we just can't let it sit like this, so we'll have to move on it and make something happen. I mean, Ridgeville does deserve better, we'll see what we can do to make it happen.
Can I ask you guys a question? So you're having,
Yes, ma'am.
you're basically talking about the same problem that, you know, I'm on the commission with Gary and Tom Kearns. You know, what do we do about these things? Because I can't get the sanitarian at the health department to do anything.
No, when you call them, they just come and look and say, ooh, looks like you got a problem.
Yeah.
And yeah, we do. We've had several properties that had raw sewage in the past.
Yeah.
That no help, nothing they can do, nothing they will do with us for it. Appreciate you being here, by the
Yeah,
way.
oh, thank you.
Appreciate that. Yeah, there's no good answer to it. And we just had this year 3 properties sold online, an online auction,
I know.
that were condemned, that we couldn't do nothing about and had no recourse, and now they're just vacant eyesores,
Yeah.
traps, you can call it what you want.
I know.
Evidently, I'd spoken with a couple of commissioners, I've never spoken with you, ma'am, I've spoken with our commissioner, and we're gonna change some laws on that, and after the second tax sale, it goes to the council, the town itself first,
Right.
to make a move on it, so that would be a great help, only the 3 worst ones we had are now done and gone and bought by somebody we can't track down or do
Right.
nothing about. So, and then the thing that really bothered me is the release of our lien. Didn't know that there was a special little caveat in the county where they could release our liens and sell that property.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
they did. All of our maintenance bills
Well,
for
what's that?
5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years
Yeah.
were
So you lose
released
all
for them
that
to buy
money.
it for $300.
What was the amount, Tom? I forget, roughly.
I can't speak of it because I don't remember it exactly. I know it was.
Around 19,000.
I know it was between 10 and 20. I don't know what the exact number was, but it was money and time that we put in employees and the equipment we used to maintain it to the best of our ability. That was just completely released like it didn't matter.
Who releases those, the county?
The county, there's a caveat in the county ordinance that states that after it goes through 2 tax sales, that they have the right to release the lien to be able to move the property for their tax, to get the tax.
Well,
funds.
Gary Frenton brought that up in our last meeting about we need to attack that and have that rewritten.
He happens
that-
to be my brother.
Yeah, and that would take, that.
I
And
didn't
that
chew
would-
on his ear a little
And that
bit.
would take the consent of, you know, a lot of small towns and cities, but I think everybody would go along with that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
the last thing we want is to put the time and effort into
Yeah,
what it takes for a small town like us is 3 to 5 years
yeah.
to claim the property, or get to the point where we can.
It's that way everywhere though.
And then you get to
in
the,
county.
you know, the end of the second tax sale, it doesn't move, and then we had no idea. We were never informed, we
Yeah.
knew nothing about it, which they followed the law, that's what I was told, so,
Yeah.
you know, then you start over. So now we have someone who bought it, we can't track down, we can't.
I've got a couple properties that have been bought online that are in trusts that I haven't known about.
Yeah, so that's where we're at.
That's really why I came tonight, is just to see what you guys, I mean, I've been in every other town, and then, haven't been to Union City yet, or Winchester really, cause they've got mayors, and when they can,
Sure.
when that's their full-time job, they can do more with that, but, you know, it's really it's getting worse and worse, because you're finding people from, I mean, I know this, Winchester just tore a house down, a huge 2-story house, and so I'd been complaining about it, went to I won't drag this out. So they had a golden retriever in a pen, and during the middle of the summer, it was about 92 degrees, no water, no shade. So I went to the animal shelter because I really can't do anything. I told him, I said, oh, that's okay. I'll just go let the dog out myself. You can't do that. And I said, well, I'm going to. And you're going to have to arrest me because you're not going to leave that dog in there. And then when he got down there, he got the dog, took it back to the shelter, and then. So I got asking the different people in the county about what about this house? I mean, there are kids living in there, and so Bob McCoy had it condemned. The mayor had it condemned, and then they got it. I mean, they have it. The city has it.
Right.
It's just a lot, but it's a buildable lot.
And-
But what do you do that it's ruining our cities and towns?
It is, and it's what it's doing is creating an atmosphere for the things none of us want in our towns to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for everything bad you can think of is what's going to happen in those properties when we
Yeah.
don't have any control or any say over them. Problem for a small community like us is then we incur the cost of following the law to take care of that property, and we just don't have the budget or the ability. So first thing is just getting them seized, which is next to impossible under today. I mean, like you said, the big cities, the big towns, incorporated, they have mayors with full-time job and staff to tackle that kind of thing, you know, and typically small communities don't.
Yeah, well, and so we appropriated $10,000 for every city in town. So if you want to take a building down or repair, or they would give you $10,000 to do that. And I'm hoping, I think we're going to try and up that for 2026, so more can get done. And-
Our problem is we had a line to do it. We were in the position
Yeah.
that we wanted to seize them, and like I said, they were auctioned off without us
It's
even
happening
being
all over
informed.
the place. I don't
And
understand.
it just
Yeah.
isn't us.
Yeah.
But you know,
When they
we were-
started, during the sheriff's sale, when they started posting those online, that's what was really, it's killing everybody.
Yeah,
Because now you've got some guy in Georgia or somewhere,
Yep.
buys it sight
Sure.
unseen and will not maintain it.
yeah.
If
And
they
just,
buy it,
What
no
good does
recourse
it
to
do
them.
them?
Yeah.
They don't care.
they write that off the
Use it as
taxes.
tax
They're making
write-off
money on it,
or
because
what?
they're.
Well, they're using it for a loss, and they
Yeah.
hope they move,
Yeah.
and someone comes along, wants to pay at least $500 or $600 for it, and they may
Yeah.
double their money, they move on, and if it doesn't do nothing, they're out nothing.
And then civil.
Obviously, the liens haven't
wait for
hurt
someone
anything, because
No.
ours
to make
keep
an
getting erased.
offer just
Right.
to turn, $1,000,
Hmm.
you know, and
Well, I was
until
asked
then-
to bring up the old bank Yep, that's what it's doing.
Now, the bank up there,
The roof
Heidi
is
knows
coming
who
off.
it is. She got a hold of it,
Right,
so.
but at that time when she did, but now she doesn't.
Yeah, that's like where I was gonna bring it to.
Okay.
One of the
Because
times,
the roof, part of it blew off, it's laying on the sidewalk
Right.
out front, and then there's some more that's loose, ready to come off.
one of the times that I did a background on the old bank, one of the addresses that was given for the owner was not the southwest part of Chicago, but outside Chicago was the owner. Now, there was a strip mall, and the address, there was two strip malls side by side, and the address landed right between the two strip malls, there's nothing there, parking. Now, I'm not saying that's what it is still.
Yeah.
I can start it all over. But what you end up finding is 9 times out of 10, it's somebody that just went up to that real estate license and just going and buying up all kinds of stuff. Not a company, just an actual guy that's hiding behind an LLC or something. I think that's what's going on with that.
So if the roof comes off and injures somebody, there's nobody to sue.
You gotta find it, you gotta find it.
You just can't.
Yeah, find it.
It's a big piece of metal that's screwing, it's not rated.
Yeah, it's not really good.
Yeah, I've been watching yours.
Yes, I told him that, I said, I'll see some.
There's a guy in Union City, I mean, he's not in Union City, but there are 7 properties in Union City that the same person owns, but he's got listed on 7 different LLCs,
Yes.
not even one LLC.
Yeah.
I think the county needs to take some action to set a standard and maybe get together with the councils and just them have a private meeting and decide what to
Well,
do.
and if there's a way to, like, when you got a house like that actually ended up in a sheriff's sale, rather than them being able to post it,
Yeah.
that, giving the town, the local town, the ability to maintain, to be able to grab a hold of that
Yeah.
property
Yes.
first,
Yes.
to have first dibs, that's gonna
Well, they
solve a
talked
lot of
about,
problems.
we talked about that at our last
That's-
meeting, and Meeks Cockrell was gonna look into that
Yeah.
and see if the towns or the cities could buy them first. Then we would, I think the county needs to appropriate, we appropriated $70,000. But I think we need to appropriate some more money. If people are using it and cleaning things up, we need to put more in that kitty, cause that's a
We
big
would
difference.
definitely, in town here, we would move on a couple others.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's prohibiting us from doing, that's just having to absorb the whole expense of demolition.
Yeah.
And hauling it off.
Yeah,
All right, we'll get back to the agenda.
sorry about that.
No, that's fine. No, I don't mind this one. As long as we keep it on target. Next item, Top Hat, B&B Bar and Grill. Council?
Last I checked, he's still trying to get the hole filled, he ain't got it done yet, and every time you turn around, there's something, we're doing something, I just can't figure out what it is. But it's no better than it was when he was sent the letter.
Eric, where are we at with that? Letter's been sent, no action's been
What?
taken.
Wes is the one that picked the ball up to run with
Yeah.
that one.
Oh, that's right, that's right. And he's not here tonight. So, I think probably the best is just to table that, it's old business, just to come back to it, that way we, stay on top of it and address it. Something needs to be done, there's been adequate time allowed, it's been discussed by us and the, Boline property. Plan needs to be presented, something we can present to the public, it's that simple.
When you give that paper to Wes, will you talk to him or just send that to him, the one that we signed on before?
For Cheeseman?
Yeah.
I'll email it back to him.
So you
Anyway,
call him, you can email him, have him call you, give him your number, he'll call and talk to you.
Okay.
With the time frame concerning the Cheeseman property
one.
and the old bar, at the beginning of the year,
Yeah.
the status of those two properties is kind of becoming in alignment, being that it's not being dealt with and everything. So now Wes can go ahead and kind of streamline,
If he sent the proper
yeah,
notification to us.
that's what I'm saying, so it should,
I would hope as soon as he has.
they're becoming one and the same problem with two different properties now.
We'll continue to move forward. Grant contingency, everything except for the pump has been ordered. Anything on the pump?
I heard they just got that when they called, the price is higher than we thought it was, but I believe it has been ordered.
So everything the contingency is going to pass through. I mean,
They already passed everything. They already passed
Yeah.
through. They went through. Well, the list we sent, they took some items off of it, and then they got
Yeah.
it passed by the SRF fund people, and then they already been off ordering. We already got the IDEX sampler and not sampler, IDEX sealer and.
all right. Anything you want to add to it?
Just waiting on the rest stuff to get here.
All right. Council.
I'm good with that.
Clerk's office, back room, parking lot, water issue. If this hasn't been a thorn in the side.
I got with James Miller on that, and he was gonna get me an estimate just to rework the parking lot, and I've not seen that yet. I didn't think it's gonna happen. So I can step outside of that and keep looking.
Let's come up with some options that we can offer.
Okay.
This thing's drug on forever. There's no good answer to it. I mean, the building was built lower than grade. So there you go. Put something in a home expecting not to get wet. That's perfect thinking.
We can make the grade work, it's just.
How
getting
about
somebody to do it.
anything with concrete or damming or channeling or anything like that? Or you think we can just get it all in grade?
I think we can do it all in the stone that's there. I really do. Just the whole thing is I'd really like to see someone in there with a Harley rake or that'll actually bust up 6 inches of it so that we can start, it'll take someone to take a laser and shoot the grade and everything, but we're only talking, a couple inches of fall is all we need. And
There's a lot of things in works with that whole building and the possibility of moving the clerk to the library and fixing the back room, and we've gotten nowhere with it, to be honest.
just
Council,
find
we need
someone
to
to do
figure
it.
something out.
I know, I can give Cooley's a call. They used to have Harley rakes, but whether they'll do driveway conditioning with them, I don't know. There's a bunch of guys on like Facebook that are advertising through there, but I don't know anybody that's local.
What about that muddy something, that ceramic, when you get Old 27? There's a sign, muddy
Yeah.
excavating.
Something, yeah.
Do they excavate now? No, the sticky mud.
There you go.
Yeah.
I knew
They're
something like that.
concrete.
Yeah.
They're
I can look.
concrete and grade, yeah.
Yeah, they're concrete and brick.
They may do excavating and
Yeah,
grade now, and
yeah.
I'm sure they have the material to dig footers and foundations and all that in basements, so. Still doesn't keep us from the fact that we need to either make a decision and start moving on it with the clerk's office and opening it up to the PD, potentially moving it down here. We've requested bids from multiple contractors, got 0 in.
I think you have more options with the grade if we get that concrete out where the restaurant's at.
Well, yeah, that gives us someplace to channel it, but there we are again. Now we're tied up in court on another
You're
piece of
definitely
property.
you're definitely heading it that way to get rid of it. That's
Well,
right.
yeah, we're gonna have to, but I mean, I hate to think our hands are tied. I mean, there's gotta be some sort of resolution to the situation that we can, there's a million excuses why we can't get it done. Let's start throwing some around, some ways we can, just some ideas and things to work with, how fast do you think you can make someone move on channeling the water?
I have no clue. Once I find someone, I get you that answer.
Because what we wanna avoid is spring.
Well,
By then, we're too late again.
well, yeah, I get you.
If you're getting equipment in to chop it out, I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's frozen or not frozen, it's concrete. It's been there for 16 years.
Right, no, I get you.
So it's, see if he's truly interested. If not, maybe we can just give us some time in. See what we can find. Public has any contractors they know of that specialize in this, please feel free to drop off a note to the clerk.
I just know they did, that place did, Sherry Hopkins, her maiden name, but anyways, Portland, they did their driveway, and they had the equipment out there, and they were scraping, cause they did concrete, and so I just didn't know what they kind of.
It's worth a call. I mean,
Yeah.
our biggest problem again is, I would say budget, but it's lack thereof.
Yeah.
That really ties our hands and hampers us, you know, to the point where we don't need to rehash all the reasons why we don't have any money, but here we are. So let's, you know, do our best to find a solution to these
I
things.
was never seeing that name there.
Yeah, on that sign.
I've seen them quite a bit out working. I mean, I've talked to them and all that sort of stuff. I don't know them personally or their work.
There is one other option, that since we do have a backhoe with a front loader, we can literally rent the apparatus ourselves and just go down through there.
Why don't you check on a price on it?
Huh?
Check on a price on it.
Yeah, and then use the backhoe to
Yeah, the
serve
honor.
grade. So, yeah, I'll check on that.
Let's at least get.
I
let's-
don't know if Gilman's even has a Harley rake with.
No,
lineup. I
no,
know
they don't. You're gonna have to go a little bit bigger than what they provide. I mean, your Muncie, Anderson,
Yeah.
are probably our closest.
Okay.
Maybe Richmond.
I'll get some figures.
I imagine you have $1,000 a day in that piece of equipment. You know.
Days all we need it for.
Right. Well, if nothing else, let's break ground and make an improvement. Let's at least head the direction. I mean,
Yeah.
let's do something's better than nothing at this point. So let's. Council, what do you think?
Agree 100%. Better.
Yeah.
6 months.
Yeah, let's try to get something figured out before spring. We have to deal with this whole flooded back room thing again. Nobody wants that. Tornado siren donations.
We drafted a letter that will go out in the next water bill. And then Kristen made up some jugs today. We took them down to the dollar store, the Legion, and Heidi's. Busy Homemakers got us some donations.
Thank you, Busy Homemakers, once again. We love you ladies, we truly do.
Absolutely.
And then,
Got any grandkids you wanna bring up into this stuff?
City of Winchester, they've shared, there was a couple different pages from Winchester that shared about donations, so hopefully we get some rolling in and
No one's had a chance to read this yet? Wanna hand this around? Hunter, take us and pass this around. People wanna review it while we're running this meeting. Get an idea what we're sending out to everyone. So we're moving forward. Thank you to the clerk and the
You want me to hold this?
I know.
junior clerk. And the deputy clerk for the hard work they put in for us up there outside of their normal job, what they do to help us as a community. Same with the Busy Homemakers. We appreciate you ladies tremendously.
Have you guys gone to the Legion itself to speak about it?
no.
I don't believe we have since
Okay.
we went to them.
I just know that I heard from the December meeting that if one of you goes to the January meeting and presents it, they would entertain it.
Engineers.
It's got a hit on my day off.
It's on, theirs is always on the
It's a Wednesday.
third Wednesday of the
Yeah.
month.
I mean, I don't mind going.
I mean, if you go, I'll go with you.
I go. Cause I don't, actually, my edit meeting this time is this Thursday. So I can go.
Is it be next Wednesday then, right?
They said January meeting, right?
January meeting.
Oh,
Well,
January.
then we might have a problem,
Ah,
but we can do it.
if nobody
We
else
go
can,
up
I
there
will.
anyways, cause we still, you know, with the fact that they give us a donation for a brush hog, we still, you know.
Yeah, like if nobody else can make it, just text me the day of and the fact that you can't kind of thing, and give me a heads up and I'll just work my way back and I'll go there and ask them, talk to them. Rate increase, we've got that prepared for the town of Ridgeville for this evening, so stay tuned. We're gonna get to that here in a little bit. Same with the ordinance for the amended sewage rates, correct, Tony? That's all gonna be adopted as part of that rate increase. It is the sewage and the water rates. Just briefly, we've talked in the past of what we thought it would be, close to. Threw some numbers out there, and it's gonna be that and maybe a little more. there's just no way around it. So we'll get to that when the time comes here shortly in the meeting. And I'll deal with all the questions at that time. All right, any other old business? Mr. Huffman?
No. Is that a yell no? Is that a
Not
yell
at this
no?
time. Mr. Hunter?
Nope.
All right, let's get trucking right along. Leak adjustment request. You have something before I get into that? All right, you were ready for it. Look at you go.
I got it in order.
Leak adjustment request. Mr. Handwork has taken the proper steps to come to town to ask for bill adjustment. Do we know? Oh, we had it fixed by Legacy. Provided the information for it. Okay, so as a council, we'll vote to accept or deny the request. I make a motion that we accept the request and follow the proper procedures to do this. So, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It passes. It gets us the adjustment.
Yeah. Randy should sign it too.
All right, initially.
Well, we only need one. You don't sign it, Phil.
Okay,
We did that.
iPad.
They said February.
Well, we mentioned that last meeting,
Yeah.
and we decided we didn't have to change. We didn't have to change anything, so I just wanted to like basically update that.
Okay, so there's nothing the council has to do to approve or pass. It's already continuance of the existing, so we're good with that. It's just to continue. The town insurance for employees, is that correct?
Yeah, but I should have put it up under old and did not, so sorry.
That's all right.
Paper that said it was
Handle just the same.
2,000 out.
Renewal for Bollenbacher and Associates. I believe we need to keep them on.
Yeah, that's
We're just making headway with our accounting and everything else that we've been through since the fiasco of 24, 25.
We gonna make a motion for that or anything?
Yeah, we'll have to motion it
I think
just
I
to
have to
continue
sign
their
it.
contract with us, so,
I'll make a motion for that.
second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any questions from the public, Mr. Bollenbacher issues about? They handle our payroll, and they handle our, payroll taxes, quarterly taxes, everything for the town of Ridgeville, sales tax. It's been addressed in the past that prior clerkage did none of the above, and they were part of the team that come in, done the forensic audit for us to track down all of the deposits and all the expenditures, and at least show us where the holes are and what had happened. So, that being said, I feel it's something we should continue with. Our clerk's got their hands full right now just trying to bring Ridgeville up to speed and up to date the way it is, so I don't want to drop that on anybody. I mean, it's important we get that done, so. Today's date's fine, right, with the 9th? Any other questions? See on that. 2026 salary ordinance. I have that somewhere. What did I do with it? I used it already. Why is so much paper? Here we are. Does the council have a chance to review the ordinance? Bill?
No, I have not.
Give it there if you'd like. Employees, Town of Ridgeville, anything you'd like to interject? Good. Nope, perfect. I don't want to bushwhack you with anything or nothing like that, but. All right,
Be fine. No, you don't have.
I think the position, there's no sense in really delaying it. There's some questions about our clerk in here, I don't know. Do you want us to stay it so we can be discussed? We can table it. I think we can table this to our special meeting the 23rd and adopt. Everybody else in here, even though you make the ordinance, you can go back and adjust the ordinance. Because you're an employee, she's an elected position, her pay has to be set before January 1. There's some things we weren't sure of, some things she understand, and evidently some things that we weren't doing properly. So she's not necessarily asked, but I can see the concern. So I would say that we table this and give her a chance to figure it out. She's been working a lot closely with our other communities, Red Key, Parker, Farmland, people like that, to get assistance on how we should be up to speed with things. So I think the due diligence for us will be to allow her to get time to figure it out before we adopt it. I believe, as long as we're adopted by January 1, which we have a special meeting the 23rd, to adopt the water rates we're getting ready to discuss here soon, and sewage rates. We'll special meeting and open meetings so that we can adopt it properly. So I think that let's just table it, council.
I'll make a motion.
Let's make a motion to table, second by,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Let's not anything with this table. You just hold on to that, keep it for us. Holiday schedule. I get some tabs on there. Do I have a copy of the holiday schedule? I guess all it is are we willing to accept the same holiday schedule as we've had last year? Did you add anything new to it?
No.
Council had a chance to review it. We'll move on, come back to it. Nepotism and conflict forms. Does everyone have to sign them or just me?
You three.
You guys got your forms there in your packet.
And I signed mine.
Under Indiana state law, you have to sign the nepotism, and I was always of an understanding prior, and I always had in the past, first time I was on the council, for all those years. We went to the courthouse and filed it for conflict of interest because I own and operate a company. So now I'm being told that we don't have to, we just have to have it signed and on file in our records stating and showing the conflict, which is great. It saves me a trip to the courthouse. So council will take a minute. Did you already sign yours?
I signed it, handed it
I think you
off.
signed one.
Yep, way to go.
I need, there's 2 forms there.
You only give me one.
No, I gave you 2.
You only give me one.
No arguing with clerk.
You give me one.
You have
Victor.
mine.
Victor.
As requested.
Thank you.
2.
I need to sign that. Are you good there? We have a motion.
Oh, we'll have to motion to accept
Is
that.
it not in?
What?
Bill's looking for.
I got one, is that right?
No. It
Yeah.
should look like this. There's 2.
You're gonna be in violation of one or the other. Let's see if I got his. Nope. I'm gonna sign the one you got. You can stop at the clerk's office next day you're off and sign it.
I'm off tomorrow and she's not there.
The Thursday's fine. Friday's even better.
There you go. Should be 2 of them.
There it is. Yes.
Alright. Moving forward. Holiday schedule. Bill, you approve?
Yes.
Mr. Doss?
Yes.
Mr. Fran? I'm tired of these 2 months, but. Do I hear a motion?
I'll
Jeff
make
made
a motion.
Bill seconded it.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
When I look at it, the post office and the bank, or banks and the courthouse is closed, they might as well be closed. They can't do nothing anyway.
We are working Juneteenth. We are.
Oh, good lord. You take the whole month of May?
Hey, babe.
Alright, you got it. There you go. I'll just tell you, she was not. We talked about this once before we met her. I disagreed with most of it, but I did not win the one and win the battle, as usual. We'll continue on. Resolution 2025-4, authorizing transfer of appropriations. I make a motion Any questions? This is what allows us to move money from accounts if we caught or realized anything was not paid from the proper account. We have until the first to reappropriate that without any type of penalty from the state of Indiana. So that's what we're passing now. I make a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So that, yeah, this is the ordinance that goes with that you present tonight, and then it's signed on the 23rd.
All right, I'm gonna read this once by title. Once in full, twice by title. Let's do this what I say here. Ordinance for additional appropriations, where it has been determined that now necessary to appropriate more money than was originally appropriated in the annual budget, now therefore, section 1, be it ordained resolved by the Town Council of Ridgeville, Randolph County, Indiana, that for the expenses of the taxing unit, the following additional sums of money are hereby appropriated out of the funds named and for the purposes specified, subject to laws governing the same. Fund name, line item, number and title. Riverboat, capital outlays, amount requested $7,000. LECE supplies, amount requested $2,000. Opioid unrestricted fund, $7,100. Edit, other services and charges, $20,000 for a total of $36,100. Second reading, ordinance number 2025-13, ordinance for additional appropriations. Third reading, ordinance number 2025-13, ordinance for additional appropriations. Any questions?
We don't any of us know what you're doing anyway, so you.
Yeah, we're just trying to straighten out some of our mess. That's what it boils down to. Get a couple opportunities, and this is one. So, been motioned, been seconded, and
This cannot be
Adopted
signed
by
for until the 23rd, but the resolution can be.
It's been desired to send the resolution. Therefore, tonight's reading stands. We will move on December 23rd, special meeting, which case we intend to adopt our rate increases for sewage and water. We're gonna adopt this one tonight, right? So again, I'll do it, one full reading, two by title. Ordinance number, Jeff, let's read it. Ordinance number 2025-12. An ordinance of the Town Council, the Town of Ridgeville, Indiana, to authorize the expenditure of funds for economic development, tourism, employee appreciation in the best interest of the town, and to authorize an additional appropriation. Whereas the Town Council, the Council of the Town of Ridgeville, Indiana, believes it's in the best interest of the town to promote economic development, tourism, employee appreciation, and the best interest of the town. Whereas Indiana Code 36-7-2-7 allows towns to promote economic development, tourism. Whereas the council believes it's to be in the best interest of the town to use its home rule authority provided under Indiana Code 36-1-3-6 to authorize expenditure of funds for expenses incurred in promoting employee appreciation in the best interest of the town. Whereas the council believes it is the best interest of the town to, geez, you can tell the attorney wrote this. Funds for expenses incurred in promoting economic development, tourism, employee appreciation in the best interest of the town. And now therefore it be ordained by the Town Council of the Town of Ridgeville, Indiana, as follows. The town clerk treasurer is hereby authorized to expend funds incurred in promoting economic development, tourism, employee appreciation in the best interests of the town, including but not limited to rental of meeting places, meals and/or drinks, decorations, flowers, memorabilia, awards, expenses incurred in promoting industrial, commercial, and residential development, expenses incurred in developing relations with other units of government, and on any other expenses of a civic or governmental nature deemed by the council to be in the interest of the town. To the extent of available funds and appropriations, all expenditures authorized in this paragraph over $300 must be approved by the town council prior to incurring the expense. Severability. Paragraph, sentences, and words of this ordinance are severable. Severability. And if the portion hereof is declared unconstitutional, invalid, or unenforceable by a court or competent jurisdiction, such Declaration shall not affect the remaining portions of this ordinance. This ordinance shall be in full force and effective immediately upon final adoption. Do I have a motion to accept? Do I-
I'll make the motion.
All in favor? Aye.
I didn't hear that, could you read that again?
Yeah.
A lot of dashes and numbers. Same.
Did you guys?
Yeah, your dad motioned the bill approved it.
I don't know that.
Wants to do it again? For the record?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I make a motion that we accept resolution number 2025-4. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. You don't need no attorney.
For the second time.
There's a lot going on, so.
There's a tremendous amount going on. So, ordinance to amend the text of the unified zoning ordinance.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I got it in the mail, I sent it to Wes, I said, do they need to sign this? He said yes. So, there you go.
I thought they were,
Nope, that's a new one.
oh, they sent a new one on top. They must have had a problem with the last one. Just look at the mail. Yeah, just clarify there. Okay, you got, no worry that. Just clarify language and process. Any questions so far? Sir, back here in the corner, good to see you again. See you brought someone with you.
Absolutely.
Like date night?
Something like that.
You got kids, right?
Just a couple.
Are they here?
No,
Definitely date night.
that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Wish we could be more exciting for you, man, but it's not as good as it gets. Well, sometimes a little flashier, but. Alright. I would move on, but I don't usually move on to. Am I missing a page?
No.
Probably cover the agenda. We need to go through our wastewater. Pose it to the town. Copies of this, will we have these available from the public clerk's office? Well, they can just stop and get them. I mean, it's their money. So kind of, I think we typically always do provide them if they want a copy. You know, we have to make a bunch of them. I mean, just
Yeah, I'll print them out.
a couple, right? I'll let you look at this now, but it's not a lot of fun. But we will go over the quick summation of it. I don't, yeah, I'm waiting for Bill to get that in. I don't believe that the council's required to read this out loud, but we have to, this has to be posted and presented for 3 weeks, is that what it was, 2 weeks? 10,
Like
the-
11 days.
So,
12 days.
the 23rd is when we intend to adopt the ordinance for rate increase. So you'll have until then, if you, is it gonna be online? Can we scan it, put it online?
You can.
We can scan it, put it online, where you can go with your phone or your computer, you can read it and read through it, and if you have questions, you can either call Bill or Jeff.
It's gonna go up, no matter what. It's gonna
And,
be
right.
expensive. We can't help
If you
it.
don't get the resolution, I mean, I'm more open, I always do in the meeting, for some quick questions and commentary. We're not gonna get real carried away with it, it's basically our hands are tied, we have no choice, but we'll go ahead and move and adopt this, and I'll get back to that. So, I make a motion, we adopt the amended contract for the unified zoning ordinance. All in favor? Aye. They never get this right. There you go, trustee.
Trustee. I was trustee.
Alright. So, new business. Let's clear that up first and we'll put the zoning here. So, I'll put the zoning with the rate increases. So, Eric, new business, sir?
Yeah, a couple items. I have my mandated training for next year. I usually sign up in December for next year, so I was just gonna run it by you guys and let you know that I'm signing up, same thing I do every year. So, pretty expensive. That last year I spent it down there during the training with pneumonia, but got through it. But the other thing is one of the reserves I have had for 3 years, according to the state law concerning body armor, he is due. Yeah, I looked into a little further into the state statute on that, and that you guys retain, or the town retains, the ownership of that. Now, this guy's been here for 3 years. He's not, I don't see him going
Who is
anywhere.
it?
Bigler. So I did bring, now, I didn't want to order it yet. I was wanting to order it next year. But I wanted you guys to actually take a look at it and see. But I only got one copy if you guys want to pass it down. But I don't know if you want to approve something like that now or wait until January's meeting,
I would
whatever.
prefer to wait,
Gotcha.
if at all possible.
I've already seen all this. Yeah.
And again, I mean, in my opinion, safety's number one. You never walk away from the opportunity to provide the best safety you can. Granted, with our position, so I think it's kind of a no-brainer. I don't mean that in a bad way. It's kind of something that needs to be done.
Yeah.
They are serving us in our community, so.
He's always, the only time he's missed on his hours was because his
Does he have a
2-year-old.
vest from another department?
Do what?
Does he have a vest with another department?
He has the original vest that he purchased himself 5 years ago.
Is he employed as an officer anywhere else? No. So he just does reserve work for us?
Yeah, and the only time he's missed is on 2 different occasions in 3 years, and they were both related to his son having severe asthma attacks, or he ended up in the
Is that R5? Is the R5?
Yes, yes.
BR5.
I got his number.
You caught me
Somebody
off
listens
guard
to the
there.
scanner.
Yeah.
Both fingers.
Yeah,
So, yeah, we can table it until January.
my personal opinion is, well, I mean, it takes the board to approve it, but my opinion is yes. I mean, you guys are typically good about doing your due diligence on this as well, as to find out, what's, again, I don't wanna sound, I don't believe in skimping on anything that has to come to do with public safety.
My body armor took 12 weeks to come in, is what I was getting at, so.
When is his already out of issue, or out of?
Yeah, I think last month it expired, so. Yeah, he's.
So we can
have
use,
some budget constraints and.
opioid funding for public safety, correct? I don't have,
Well,
I would hate to
you
be the
can-
guy to say wait till next year and something happens to me on that.
We can use the unrestricted, but you can't use the
You
restricted.
can't use the restricted.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
unrestricted.
I forget, do you know what's in that? The
We got
unrestricted?
papers with us somewhere in here.
I don't know if they've ever
I think there's like-
had clarifications on the restricted.
The restricted, we figured out a way to do that, less, on improvement of the existing building for the opioid, like rehab stuff, so on and so forth. So we got that allotted for, I think like 1,500 or something.
It doesn't, there's, according to,
We haven't used any, have we?
None of the,
this is our restricted.
none of
It's
the
not
restricted.
restricted, but so it should be over So that's what I was
Restricted.
Yeah,
No, we did, we used some of that.
Do we have language on the new language for restricted?
That's yours.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I guess I need to get a lot of language into our accounts and our funds so we can determine for ourselves whether they think we enter out of bounds on things.
You can't touch that.
What are the clarifications on restricted? What is that? What is the new language on that?
Well, it says the
I have
restricted
never
is
seen
in-
anything on it. When I've asked 1,000 times, I still haven't gotten any answer.
So the 1,600 is what we're,
No, it's
is that the balance of the year then,
12.
74?
Term. Opioid settlement unrestricted is 2012-84.
Okay, good. All right.
We'll worry about that when it comes in. How do I go about getting the language on like the opioid funding that we get?
Yeah, I don't know.
I have some,
I've
one
got
of
it.
the other clerks have sent me that tells you what you can spend out of each fund, but I have not had a second to even read the.
I know. Oscar's one.
I don't know, you can go down through every town on the website and see
Yeah.
what they're spending it on. I don't know if it was a joke or they were messing around, but everything that on the restricted that you're not supposed to spend it on, I believe it was, don't quote me, I think it was Alexandria,
There's one of them.
spent theirs on the stuff you're not supposed to spend it
Well,
on.
that's just what I'm saying. I mean, it's always open to interpretation. As a council, we have the right to interpret that because we're the ones that answer the SBA when it comes time. It's
No,
sort
I
of a
know.
situation where if you have a good enough cause and reason and you're willing to justify it and you stand behind it, I mean, they have to make a determination whether they thought you were out of bounds with it and what you're doing with it. So, I mean, I'd like to see the language because I think that we can be as creative as anybody.
I can print it up for you.
Yeah, you got that, so that we can review it and at least discuss amongst us, I mean, you know, to figure out, you know, one person's opinion is not gonna be the same as the next, so. And it's never cut and dry. The language in these is written kind of, like that, everything I've read tonight is pretty, yeah.
But
So,
I don't know if it's like to buy an art can or something like that, which normally you can get free sometimes from them,
we
so,
get that, yeah, we got plenty of that.
yeah.
But
you gotta be able
the
to
other
tie
hand,
it to something in there, list.
back on the body armor thing, since we have that fund in there, and it takes so long. to
We're
get
gonna
that
approve
in.
the purchase tonight,
Yeah.
and then I'll worry about paying the
Cause it's
bill when
gonna
it
take a
comes
long
in.
time to get it in.
Yeah, so, you know, I mean, next year when it comes in, that's fine, but we have the money to cover it now under that restricted or unrestricted funding for that purpose, so, yeah, I'm gonna make a motion to move forward with it, and then that'll give us some time to research our avenues, you know. Especially when we tie into some of this money that's just locked up and never been touched because we can't figure out how to do it, so I think it's our job to figure out how to do it, so. Make a motion that we proceed with Eric purchasing the body armor for his reserve. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Eric, here you go, sir. Thank you.
That's all I got.
Hunter Kisden. What you got for new business, buddy?
I don't got nothing.
It's a double no for you. All right.
I got two things.
Oh, boy.
No, it's not. We received, I just wanted to let you know, we received fire contract money from Franklin Township trustee,
Was that 500 or 1,000?
5,000.
Oh, was that for 2 years?
No, that's,
I think that was 2 years.
10,000 a year.
No, it's
10,000 a year.
It's
Yep.
10,000 a year,
5,000 twice a year.
nice.
so we got that second half, so. I got
Who's
that.
our trustee now?
Annie.
Thank her.
Annie.
It's been a battle for many years to get a trustee to come forward and not make a big deal about it and tie your hands with it. So we appreciate that, appreciate her putting back into our community.
Well,
Thank her for me, because that's what I'm saying.
She also let me know that, do you know what Randolph County
That's
United,
unrestricted money.
something, I cannot
That
remember
5,000 is
the
unrestricted
full
money.
name,
It was under
Randolph
general fund.
County, they donated a sign for our park.
Who did?
Randolph County something.
It's between, the community foundation.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Is
I
actually,
don't even know
yeah,
if I
they're
knew
the
that.
ones, and then
I don't
Randolph
think that
County
was my last
United, they
name.
hold the meetings in their room, but it's really the foundation that came up with that money.
Man, Pat, do you see them all?
Sure, yeah.
Could you thank them for
Sure.
Town of Ridgeville and for the
They,
council?
they've made them for
Appreciate it.
every park in Randolph County.
Awesome.
What's it
And-
look like?
And they also have it's a bear, or a,
It's a raccoon.
yeah, raccoon.
Yeah, ours
They
is
actually have a
raccoons.
giant costume. If you ever do anything with your kids and you want somebody to come in that costume, it fits a 6
Oh,
foot.
yeah, I think we
Seriously,
should.
yeah, right there.
I'm too tall to be a coon.
This
I'd
probably-
like to be a
There's
I'd
also
like to
a
be a
booklet
mascot.
that has all of the parks in Randolph County in it.
That's fantastic. Big thing
Yeah,
for us.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
completely unaware of that, but
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
It's
appreciate
been
it.
a long process,
Need
but
to
we
make
finally
sure
got
we
it all
lock that one
done.
down.
Every little bit of anything we can get our
Yeah.
hands on here, we do appreciate.
Lock that
Very
sign
nice.
down or the display.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get the address.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated, ladies. All right, let's cover this rate adjustment real quick since everybody's been waiting so patiently to hear about it. So, Town of Ridgeville's in default. Well, we are operating in default of state statute. We do not have the money in our funds as appropriated to be covering our utilities as we're operating. Long and short is Ridgeville does not have the money to pay the operating fees, especially of our sewage plant. I mean, we've been way under a long time on our water as far as what we charge. We're in the lowest 5th percentile in the entire state on our water bill. Problem should have been handled many, many, many years ago. I think everyone's on the council's been in fault of it because it's a hard thing to do is charge your residents more money for things, especially given the economy, the economic environment, and the financial situation a lot of us are in. So, that being said, it is illegal for this council to operate without making the adjustments to cover their utility, cost, loan payment, and general operating expense. So, we're going to have to make a rate adjustment. This went through, we have a professional company, Cronin Associates, to do rate surveys, studies for the state of Indiana. A couple big things with this is if we don't keep our rates competitive and adjust them and bring them up, we will no longer qualify for any type of assistance, loans, anything of that nature. And you got to do it yourself in order to ask for any help to try to get out anything that you're in, if that makes sense. And that's not taking place. So, tell me, where's the paper? It tells me exact percentages instead of this one here. Is it my Chrome paper? Or?
Yeah.
And then at the end of this, we'll go over what based on. Is she signed because of this?
No, I'm just tired.
Oh, thank God. He's already getting in on me.
It's been a long day.
Ah, well, thank you for being here and sitting through this morning thing. So,
This is water.
this is our increase, option 1. This is the one you corrected and sent back, isn't it?
Yep.
That's not the number I remember, but okay. So basically our adjustment's gonna be on our water side, 80%. Yeah, so, with that being said, your first 1,500 gallons, use on general basic usage of 1,500 minimum, you would have been charged $10.95, now you'd be charged $19.75 for your minimum amount, or 15. I think we were on a 3,000 gallon basis, right? Just broke into that. And I'm not gonna. There are some options, and then our sewage rate is going up 40%, so we're looking at a total increase of 2-3%. So, if your first 5,000 gallons of sewer would have cost you $8.35, it'll now cost you $11.70. The council is being presented with a situation where we can be as illegal as we want to. It's just one of us will have to end up paying the price. And currently that happens to be me. So, the unrecommended way is to phase it in. But you only get basically a year to phase it. So when you turn around and doing it again, immediately it doesn't really provide enough relief to not do it all at once. So our current minimum based on 1,500 gallons, if your bill was about $81.97 for water and sewer, that's water, trash, and sewage all combined. That's the way you get your bill. It was $81. It is now going to be $115, a difference of $33 total. We had speculated and had heard from them a few different times that you're looking at probably a $30 increase across the board total. It was going to happen. It was bound to happen. We hadn't had the rate study done. The rate study was not done during the proposal for the water plant. They may have had some rough numbers, but we can find nothing that states or shows any plan of action to be taken, which could have been taken prior to, during construction of, did not have to wait until the end of 2.5 years later. Here we are. So, as a council, we're not going to point fingers and say anything other than the fact it's our problem now. So we have one option, that's to solve it. So that's what we're going to do. And so you know that there is a margin of an option to increase it in a phase. Basically, 40% now, 40% again on the one. 40%, 20%, 80%, 40%.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is our garbage going up next year, or is that the year after?
26 is when our contract renews, but I don't
'Cause I
know.
was gonna say, if it was on here,
Well, that won't have anything to do with the rate statement. In fact, we're just trying to give them a common knowledge number on where we're going with it.
but you pay it all at one time, so it
Yeah,
show.
so I mean, it's pretty typical. We contract every 2 years on garbage, right?
I think it's 3.
Or 3 years, so we're coming to our 3rd year on it now. It typically goes up, but they've always been pretty good to Ridgeville. Can't guarantee anything, you know what I mean, but I guess it's the cost of living as well, much as we all hate to have to say it and have to deal with it, so.
Who do you guys use?
Best Way.
Yeah. Winchester just went back, they're giving their contract back to Best Way.
It's just too expensive to do
Yeah, they,
maintenance on the equipment.
That's
I've talked to
exactly
your
right.
guys a couple times, you're like, it's just not worth it.
yeah, and then you break down, you gotta call Best Way in to run the route anyway.
And then you're off contract, so you have to pay a different
Yeah.
rate.
I
So
think
it's-
when Corby looked at that, and he said that he thinks that it might be just $1 increase on the trash.
With the monthly bill, with the trash cost figured out across of it, so I mean, every dollar counts. I understand that, but if you guys would like to go, you're welcome to go. I mean, I'm fine.
Should be alright.
One of my feelings. Trust me, it's-
Should be alright.
I guess just briefly and quickly, I mean, any comments?
Well,
from the
my
public?
gas bill went from 50 to 90, so, you know.
Mine went from 60 to 110.
Mine did too, mine went to 110.
I mean, my theory is, and it's mine, you can tell me to shut up, I'd rather take the bite, be mad about it for a month or two, and then forget about it. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
Instead of,
If you give them a little bit this year, a little bit next year,
That'd
and they're
be
gonna
in the
set,
course of the
when's
year.
this ever gonna stop?
Right.
So,
Yeah, you're facing the firing squad more than one time. I mean, it's kind of the old rip the Band-Aid off theory, rip it off and swallow it, I guess, but knowing
Well,
it's
I
not.
know Wes has brought it up before that we really should be doing a slight increase
Every
year.
year. And I think the last increase made by Ridgeville was in when?
22, and then prior to that, I think it was 12.
yeah.
2012.
You're just
We
doing
made
one
one
lump sum.
increase after I got on the board.
Yeah, you're just
because-
doing one.
No, so
bang.
what we can do is, you get plenty of notification from the state of Indiana all the time saying, hey, you probably ought to take a look at your, do a rate study increase, that kind of thing. You don't necessarily have to. You can just set into the fact you're gonna do every year a 3, 5, 6, 7% increase and not bite an 80% increase when it's too late. But the fact of the matter is we have a tremendous loan payment on a new sewage plant that has to be covered. And not only are we not justifying it, it's bad business to be operating outside the bounds of what the state statute allows us to do. We're basically paying from other accounts to make the bills. The money's in our accounts, we're just not from the right appropriated.
We'll start picking up chemical costs again and
yeah,
pay
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
So, I mean, this here allows us to, one, cover our operating cost, our loan payments, and put a buffer in there for maintenance onto, incorporate that now, which gives us a bit of a buffer for the, there's gonna be an increase again, it's gonna continue to happen. Everything is that way, so you guys took a lot better than I had expected. I've sat here before and it wasn't quite so.
No.
What can we-
I agree with Jeff that I think you should just do it and not just,
Right.
in 2 or 3 months say, well, we're gonna raise it again or something. Just do it.
And I can tell you, we were strongly advised to do the initial increase and do it once.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't say, okay, here's the option.
Yeah.
But it's not really, we're still not operating within the statute of the state of Indiana unless we do it. And if we don't show good faith, then we're not gonna get any help if and when it comes available to us, so. Yes, sir.
It's something to look forward to, I don't know, or look into, I should say, not forward to. In the late 90s, early 2000s, mid 2000s, there was a lot of grants available for towns, and that's where Cooley's made a lot of money. And that's where your money should have been spent in the first place, is on your collection system. Because Jeff brought up a good point. In April 1st, now you have to start treating with chemicals to, what's the date, the cutoff date?
April 1st to Halloween.
Okay, so it's October. So you've got that huge expanse of chemicals. So the grants that need to be pursued is for your town-wide collection system on your sewer. Because if you can get a grip on your I&I, your infiltration, then once you have a sealed plastic collection system, new manholes, so on and so forth.
We have. We've done several grants under that.
Yeah,
To
well,
the
I'm talking-
extreme of everything we could at the time.
Right.
I was
I'm
involved
talking
in
about-
$3 million worth of them.
Yeah, I'm talking about getting everything completely replaced, all the vitrified clay.
Right.
Once that's done, then your chemical investment's gonna be
Sure.
cut.
Yeah, if you
2/3.
reduce the intake, you have less you have to treat.
Yeah.
The problem is, right now, our hands are tied, we can't even apply for a grant.
Right, yeah, so 2026, but even if you were to even think
Then,
about it, about 28's about.
So what
as soon as you
is the
develop
new
it.
current rate in which we have to match for a grant pending is gonna be 26 to 46% out-of-pocket cost.
Yeah, you're looking now at probably a job that's gonna be
$1.4
$15 million to do
to
that.
start.
job.
We've done sections of the town that were deemed the worst. We've never had, I shouldn't say, the town of Ridgeville hasn't had the funding available to pursue any more than,
Right, I get where you're.
we did everything we could with the money that we had and without taking Ridgeville $3.5 million in debt at the time.
Right.
We made improvements, but it's not enough. I mean, like you said, the system is archaic, it's decayed.
And like like you're pointing out, even if like you chip away at it,
In fact, I think
Every
that's
couple
before
years.
you come in and done some camera work under Cooley for us.
yeah.
And we done some of that lining.
So
We've
that
done manholes.
said, that'll offset some of the cost, but you still got that initial investment that if
It's
you get the federal
huge.
government to.
Yeah,
cover.
so what I've found is the majority of everything that's written out there is not really designed or intended for small communities like us. You know what I mean? It's not,
That's what happened the last time I come over here.
something you'd like to say, sir?
Money.
Sir? Something you'd like to interject? Something
Yeah.
you'd like to say to the council?
You have something you wanted to say.
Oh, I was just wondering about, the property, everybody brought that up about the property there beside me, out there by, on Main Street there. That one, lot there where it's a city lot there beside my property there, close to my street.
Oh, down by the sewage plant?
Yeah.
Were you wanting to discuss that property today?
You know, I've been trying to get that property next to mine.
Okay,
uh,
go ahead.
And
I just want to throw that out. I'm done.
Okay, yeah, okay, so, I didn't know because it wasn't on the agenda that you wanted to talk about it, but you're more than welcome to right now if you'd like to talk to us about it.
the lawyer was supposed to be in here today talking.
Yeah, he had some things come up that he couldn't be here. I apologize for that. If I guess, was he on the agenda originally?
Last month he was. And then Wes said to table it and see if he shows up in the meeting.
Okay, so if you're on the agenda, and something like this happens, where the attorney can't show, we'll call you or contact you and let you know he's not here, so you're not coming up here for something you don't wanna, you know what I mean?
Well, he called me before, after the last meeting, he called me and told me to be there, I'll be here.
Yeah, we thought so too. I got called to Friday I got called and said he's not gonna be here. I'm like, oh, okay, a lot to cover. So I apologize on his behalf. If I known where we're going with it, we could certainly address it for you.
Yeah.
But if there's, what's some, huh?
Are we adding on the next one?
Do you wanna be on next month's agenda as of now?
What's that?
Do you wanna be on the next month agenda?
Yeah, I'll try to, yeah.
And again, did anyone let you know that he wasn't going to be here? Did he call you himself and tell you he wasn't gonna be here?
He
or-
called me, he's the one that called me and told me that to be here.
But no one, he didn't call you, tell you not to
He
show
called me
up.
back and say he wasn't gonna be here.
Okay, you're on our note now for agenda,
Yeah.
and it's not very often he misses 2 in a row, unless there's a family emergency. But if he's not gonna be here, I'll come to your house and tell you myself.
Okay.
I'll come knock on your door and let you know he's not gonna be here.
Okay,
I understand, these meetings are less than fun,
yeah.
so. But at any time anyone wants to leave, you're more than welcome. You know, if we don't hold that against you, we don't say.
I kinda sidetracked you on this, you can go back on your rate thing, sorry.
Yeah, so back to the rates. That's where we're standing. So your total combined bill based on 1,500 gallons, at present time would be $81.97. You're looking at $115.95. That's wastewater, and trash. Difference of about $33.98 within the ballpark of what we kind of thrown out there from the beginning when they kind of just gave us a ballpark on it.
Not that start.
Yeah.
We have to. So now
I'm
we have a
okay.
special meeting the 23rd. Then an open meeting. So we have a special meeting for us. So thanks, sir. Appreciate you. Again, I apologize.
Okay.
Council will go over it, discuss with our attorney, and then we'll adopt it in an open meeting after that. A special meeting, the public is welcome to come to all of that. It's only executive session that we don't. It's a closed door meeting. So this is open to the public. It's for us to get all of the legal stuff in line before we bring it to you. That's just the nuts and bolts of it. So any questions, comments? And sorry, I guess I'm not, I mean, it is what it is. Wish it wasn't the news we had to bring to you, but we knew it was coming. You know, you invest that kind of money at some point, we gotta pay for it, so. Council, anything to add?
We were the lowest in this, I don't know how many counties there are, or towns there are. We were the lowest
We're in the lowest 5%
in the state of Indiana.
We
in
hear all
water.
the time that we're.
Water, we're in the like
I know,
15.
you guys
20.
hear Ridgeville? Yeah,
And
Ridgeville's water.
when he told me that, it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Since you
it's
said
it's
that.
amazing that it's never,
Well,
it should have went up.
Yeah.
it should be handled. We have an opportunity now to do it properly from this
Yes.
point forward and put it in to the first meeting of every year, budget in, just say, look, at X date in the fall, we're gonna increase it by 5%, 6%. You do that in 4, 5, 6 years, yeah, it goes up, it's less of a shock, but you've covered.
Yeah.
With this new plan, we're also covering potential problems with it, so I mean, you know, we're kind of building in a little bit, like I said, to give us a buffer, but we need to not let that lay, we need to stay on it, honestly, as a council, and I think it's just a responsibility we kind of forgot about.
So what, we have 3 laterals or 4 laterals in a main break this year already? So
In the last
that's,
6 months.
expensive.
Yeah, there's probably, right, what he just said right there's probably close to $60,000 worth of maintenance work on our supply system. And it's an old town, old bones, so we gotta do what we can do. All right. Anything else council wants to bring before the public?
I'm thinking, but I'm not trying to think too hard.
Yeah, I can see it's hurting. Bill, anything you'd like to bring before the
No.
See the smoke.
Yeah.
council? Public, anything you'd like to offer before I close this meeting?
Trees.
Oh, right, the trees.
When's the next meeting?
Stick by the trees. That's why I came.
When's the next meeting?
This is it.
It's JJ, right?
Yes.
JJ Miller,
James, yeah.
James, has offered to, or wants to, take these big trees out up here,
Our Christmas tree.
the Christmas trees,
One of the
and
kids.
the ones that the kids decorate, and replace them with smaller ones.
So they can decorate.
So that they can decorate,
Set
except, yeah, more.
Where's this?
These two right here.
Right here by the
Oh.
sign.
the 3, all
Well,
three of
not
them?
the big one,
Tim-
but
He's
Tim's having too
small.
much trouble.
Yeah, getting some stilts.
Just get back. Well,
I mean, it's kind of a community thing, so I mean,
he said he
You-
would do,
Do it and
take-
donate the trees and all of that. And I didn't know what,
He donated the trees in the
Yeah.
first
so
yard.
how it stands is the property is owned by the town of Ridgeville.
Mhm.
And this building is incorporated by the fire department and the library. I guess we would ask them if they objected, but at the end of the day, it's town property, which is the constituents of Ridgeville's property. So I mean, before we do something like that, I'd like to get some public input. I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it. Whatever's easier for the function you guys are trying to ultimately gain in the end, which is for these kids to come up and be able to enjoy it.
yeah.
We started out with the tree
Yeah,
about
they
like
were just
this.
little
Right.
and they could
Robert
reach
Goodhue
them.
put one
They
in
grew
for us,
quick,
and
so-
then JJ added the other two for us, and now they're big.
Yeah, they're big.
The kids can only
Of
reach.
course,
so
we
far.
probably won't do anything until spring anyways, right? I mean,
Well, he said that
He
this
said-
is the time to do it.
He's
So
saying,
I don't
yeah.
know.
well, I suppose if you've got the trees, I mean,
I don't know.
You do it when they're dormant.
yeah, or spring they'll be growing, fall they're going down. So I mean,
I don't think you want them cut down before Christmas.
no, I'm saying we've got a few weeks in it. I mean,
To do anything with the lights
in
on.
all honesty, you
Kids
ladies,
crying.
you ladies are our biggest proponent
thought
and
they said
participant in it. So I mean, if it's what you think is best, and you started it, it was your guys' tradition, so.
So you gonna save the lights that are on it?
We were trying to get.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see the stuff.
Because then we might look better because there'll be more,
Yeah.
and smaller
Yeah.
trees, so, yeah.
And that way they can decorate.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, whatever.
He's
you
the one
ladies-
that hit me
whatever
up,
you ladies
chili
think,
supper
yeah.
about
You
it.
can set up at the chili supper,
It's
yeah.
in right now.
Yeah, they
It's
can
all
do
right
it,
with
and
me.
while they're doing that, you can go ahead and trench that down to the box, and that way you got everything you'd be plugged in under the trees
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
running the extension
Yeah.
cord up.
Yeah.
We're good.
I'm fine with it. Like I said, you ladies are the ones that started the tradition. You're the ones that put them in the ground to begin with. I mean, it won't be the first time people are not.
But I'll leave it up to you guys to make sure he gets it done.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I make a motion that,
Yeah.
the council has no, I mean, I don't know how to motion that, but we have no issue with that taking
Okay.
place.
Okay.
And you
Your
ladies be
time, your
responsible
plan.
for it.
Yeah, okay, now we'll facilitate it with JJ.
Perfect. I make a motion.
Sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. We appreciate
Yes.
you.
Now, if he can,
Special meeting, or
Dig
next
some
meeting will be
trees out,
December
have a place to put
23rd at 9, ladies, 9 a.m.
When is it?
December 23rd at
I'm
9
out.
I
a.m.
probably won't make
I'm
that.
out, yeah. I can barely make it at 6.
I don't know if I can make it.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, 13th will be our regular.
And our open meeting will be following the 9 a.m. meeting, right? The special
Yeah.
meeting?
Oh,
We'll vote on that right then.
When's the special meeting?
13's a
9 in
regular
the
monthly
morning?
meeting.
Oh, I won't be there.
Right, right.
Yeah, so we'll have a special meeting at 23rd at 9 a.m. followed by our regular, open meeting for us to make the decisions on rates. They have to be adopted by January 1.
They have to be,
It has to.
it has to be the 23rd.
23rd.
Yeah, so I said, we're having this meeting and right behind that. So at 9 a.m. when you're done, you shut that down, you open a public meeting.
Right.
And then you vote on it, because that's to be done by the,
You were-
no. I said, this has to be adopted by January 1.
Yes.
This regular monthly meeting's January 13th at 6 p.m.
I do have one other question. I haven't been here for a while. Did you guys get the budget adopted in October?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll have a budget.
Okay.
First one in 2 years.
somebody's nervous.
Me? Oh, this just, it's going.
All right,
I have a question.
meetings are discussed. Yes,
I have a
ma'am.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
How long does that car sit over there on the blocks by the park?
It's only been,
She was working on it one day when it was colder than
Yeah,
crap.
she was
see,
underneath there.
that white, the white one, right?
No white one sitting
See,
on blocks.
The white one, I ran plates on it when it was sitting further up at the park. And then the 2 days after I ran the plates on that thing, that's when it got moved back down to there and they started disassembling it. So it's been not quite a month yet, but yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it.
Okay. Me too. I think it looks ridiculous to drive down the street in town and here's this car.
Well, if you remember, it's weird because totally different people lived in the same house and it's the same issue with a pickup truck.
Yeah, right, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
They're just playing the ordinance.
Jeez, I hate these But yeah, I will, I've already had one discussion with the guy on that concerning, not concerning the fact that he was pulling maintenance
I
on
put
that,
1,200.
That's fine.
but concerning the fact that he was parking it up there by the
Oh,
park.
yeah.
Looked
Yeah.
suspicious then,
Yeah.
so.
All this is things
Especially
I do
if
every
the
month.
kid, it gets nice when the kids are out.
Well, probably didn't get to one.
Yeah.
All right.
We had our meeting early, so I didn't have.
Bring up your conversation again.
Not to be rude, but I'm gonna close this meeting and just talk all night.
I've got one thing I want to say first. One thing. I amongst one of them, but all of us need to think about trying to find a way to get a new slide for the pirate ship. If we know of anybody or where we can go to look into that. And start trying to get some more equipment now that all this other property is also park. Let's try to dress it up.
Well, the county gave a lot of money to Union City for their park.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there. Don't say I did that.
But every time
They did.
when I go to the edit meeting, Ridgeville can't get anything, so,
This was, it was through the commissioners.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just please, no water park.
Yeah.
No,
No splash pad?
no.
I never,
We had somebody talk about that, didn't
I talked to people from Albany, and they're like,
we? Yeah.
That's right.
the guys on the sanitary
It'll
side.
cost.
The water
No other business
right
before
there,
this
though.
council to adjourn
Turning it
this
out hard.
meeting.
I mean, there's a lot.
I'll
Trustee
second.
and
All those in
Franklin,
favor,
we're trying to
favor,
get
aye.
Bill
Aye.
involved.
They'll just have to take it to the river like we all used to when we were
Oh,
growing up.
really?
Do that.
Hey, it's clean water.
As long as you're doing your job right.
It's
I
clean.
bet it's back up there. I never thought about that.
We're not the climate to have it.
On that.
What was your name, ma'am?
Missy Williams.
Oh, Missy, yeah.
Yeah, nice to meet you, thanks.
We've got set it for-
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, I get more than that.
Take your time.
We're up to-
Like,
I just
yeah,
got-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Passed.
She was too big,
Yeah.
it was on the
Did
box.
you see how I moved on?
Yeah.